Good morning, everyone. Hi, great to see you all. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you see us, Margaret?
We can't see Margaret. Now. Oops, watch out for that glass. A lot has happened. We are happy to resume those meetings. We have moved and we have had a glorious retreat. What else?
Yeah, well, those are two big ones.
I got glasses.
That's right.
Welcome. Yeah, that's it. We'll use this morning, these morning sessions to really listen, to allow the mind to go within to the natural place of spirit. Okay. So we have lesson 267 today.
My heart is beating in the peace of God. Surrounding me is all the life that God created in His love. It calls to me in every heartbeat and in every breath, in every action and in every thought. Peace fills my heart and floods my body with the purpose of forgiveness. Now my mind is healed, and all I need to save the world is given me. Each heartbeat brings me peace. Each breath infuses me with strength. I am a messenger of God, directed by His voice, sustained by Him in love, and held forever quiet and at peace within His loving arms. Each heartbeat calls His name, and everyone is answered by His voice, assuring me I am at home in Him.
Let me attend your answer, not my own. Father, my heart is beating in the peace the heart of love created. It is there and only there that I can be at home. It is there and only there that I can be at home. So we will now allow this peaceful rest and this powerful place of love to sink in, to feel it in our heart. We'll just allow these thoughts to be quiet and sink inwards. Oh, for a moment, we can let go again, whatever we believe is important at this moment. And allow this experience of the breath being what infuses you with God's love, God's peace. Each heartbeat brings me peace. Each breath infuses me with strength. I'm forever sustained by God in love, held forever quiet and at peace within His loving arms. Each heartbeat, each breath. So if there is anything different in the mind, if there is any tension or anxiety, maybe fear, you can gently let this lesson, this practice unfold this fear or unfold the anxiety, and it will just disappear. Just to become present with yourself right now. Just give yourself that gift. There is nothing else worthy of your mind. And we can come back to each other here in the room and see if there is anything that you want to share. That you might want to let go of or put on the altar, or a prayer for help. Maybe you get so into, my heart is beating with God, in the peace of God. You don't feel there is much to say anymore. That's what these lessons are for. It's going to quiet the mind so deeply. I forgot what is it? What is the theme we are dealing with here? It's one of those profound themes. What is the body? What is the body? The body is what separates us from God. It's made up of fear. The body is a dream. Changing dreams. So these lessons that follow are all to help us to undo the belief that we are a body. the belief that we are identified as a small self, separate from other small selves that have private thoughts. It's very good. We need to be aware of what the body is for here, to be able to take in this beautiful experience of, actually beating. The heartbeat is what seems to keep the body alive. But if it beats in the peace of God, it has a much greater purpose than just being alive as a body. Peace of God is so vast, it's everywhere. Muna?
Yeah, there's some similarity with what this deep longing for God, in touch with the extreme, like abject loneliness without Him. What's coming to me is this strong ego defense that I listened to so far, which says, I'm feeling the ego's terror of releasing this. It says you're so full of hatred for yourself and others, for the whole world, really. You're totally and utterly unacceptable to God. So I'm really grateful to see this all-encompassing belief that my hatred, as if it's my personal hatred, that is keeping me from God and His love, because I'm healing, I'm doing massive healing, and I'm seeing the oneness, but not feeling God's love. And it's been super, super, super hard and lonely and dry and arid.
Until you spent a month here, right?
Until I came here.
I see last night a circle of hugs. Muna gets all these hugs and all this love.
Yeah, after I went to my room, after all this love, I was so present to it and enthralled by it. I noticed that if I start to think about what happened in characters, it goes away. It was like realizing, love is in the complete quietness and receiving of it. So
when you start analyzing, it's not like it goes away, but it's like you go away. You have gone into some other place, but it's still there always, So is to remember, okay, I don't need to go into the analyzing or thinking I need to control what I understand even. Because we are wrong even about that. So we might as well surrender.
Just surrender to the love and to receiving it in stillness.
Yeah, exactly.
And giving up the thinking. That has been the ego's terror, giving up the thinking. Yeah, massive thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, feels like a soft send off today. Like a pink cloud, like your t-shirt. It was so sweet. We were 17 of us at our retreat, or 18? 17. And 11 stayed on afterwards. It was almost, the whole retreat stayed on. like 13 in the first few days. I don't know. It's almost everybody. Yeah, there was only 2 leaving. So 15 stayed. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else, Matthew?
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
I've seen something so clearly since yesterday that I'm so afraid of emotion. Like I feel a lot of emotion in my stomach now, but sometimes when I feel this, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it or how to release it. It's like a kind of a block almost. A heavy block. But yeah, yesterday morning there was an amazing expression session here. And I saw how people were able to just allow themselves to just let the emotion up. And it looked to me, it was a mixture of feelings. I was amazed by it. I was perplexed. I was afraid of it. Because it just, there was no pattern. It just came and it looked whatever way it was meant to look. At one point I felt I have to leave. It was too much, but I realized I have a lot of fear of emotion, of it coming up. I think is the best way to describe it. I don't know what it is. Just to not being in control, I think. I don't know what else I want to say, but I would like to be able to just give myself the freedom of just expressing and letting it come, even if it's mixed with anger and fear and everything, I really would like to be able to just let it come. Because I always think women just are able to let it come much easier than men. And I've always admired that, but at the same time, because of my own experiences with like my childhood and my mother, there's a lot of judgment there. I don't know if I should get into this now, but
yeah, you can share more about that.
okay. Yeah, I think there's judgment as well, because I wasn't really allowed to feel emotion. My emotions and how I felt was secondary, even lower down than that. But my mother's was always up there and constantly being expressed. And and I think I judged that emotion. Yeah, I did. And sometimes when I hear emotion being expressed here, there is a judgment, because I'm reminded of that. But I don't know. It feels complicated to me. I'm saying a lot of things here, but I don't really know what. Like everything I said feels true. I both admire how it comes, but then there's kind of a judgment on it sometimes, and I'm afraid of it. I just want to leave. I just want to get out. Yeah, I think that's all I can say, really.
Yeah, it feels really good, like you're putting words onto something that has been really, like you're actually onto it you're onto this very deep pattern, like you were trained to not feel emotions or not allow your emotions. You felt them, but you couldn't allow them.
Yeah. And then I judged other people's, probably because, I judged harshly because I wasn't really let feel mine. Yeah.
I think for some of us that have had that, in our background, it's even more important to be allowing, inviting, and also kind of inquiring, or even say to the emotion, why are you here? Tell me a bit about yourself. Tell me, I invite you to be here, and I want to feel you. I want to understand so that I can release you, You can't release unless you have allowed it first.
Yeah, thank you. That feels better, just hearing that and allowing myself to take that in, even is good.
Yeah. The wild child song, like he sings, "Who are you?" Like wild child. It's like the emotion is this wild child that has been on its own, and you run away from it. Yeah, time for allowance.
What?
Yeah, time for allowance, I think gentle, sitting with it in gentleness.
Yeah.
Because it's so sensitive, it's so easy to shut it off.
Yeah.
Move on somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for saying that, sitting with it with gentleness, because I think I sit with it with a bit of anger and almost a bit of judgment for having it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we often were treated that way, maybe as children. If there was anger, it wasn't time for us to feel what we feel. And then you adopted that way of treating yourself.
Yeah, thank you. It feels a lot better. I feel it did lift there, even, just lifted anyway, just expressing it. Okay.
And it's beautiful. Sometimes we can let others express for us. Like yesterday, it was very powerful. It was like a waterfall. It wouldn't stop. Coming and coming. Yeah. Yeah. Transformational. Okay, we have Christian. Let's see, you need to unmute yourself.
There should be a way to click a mute button. There we go.
Now?
Yes, now we hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, and wonderful to see you all and to hear this sharing. It's really touching me, and yes, I felt soothed through this meditation, and felt a little like it's one heart. If you spoke from heart, it's not my heart, it's one heart.
Yeah.
We share one heart, only one heart. And that gave me a inner peace, and for a moment, I have to say. Then I came back to the tension in my body, to the fear I feel. It's like I don't want to let go really, and as if God's arms are wide open, but I always turn back, you know. I run to him and then I turn back, as if I have safety in this fear. It's as if it's a kind of safety there, but I know it's not there. It's, yes. Fear is the most thing I struggle with, and I think that's the whole life I've dealing with that feeling, and that always comes back over the body now, especially. And so, yes, but I feel it really helps me to share and to listen to all of you, and to hear that. And I feel the same in many ways, what Peter said and Matthew said. And yes, I cannot express it better now.
Yeah, if it's one heart, yeah, one mind expressing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually love the symbol of one heart. Even with the heart being giving the oxygen, you know, like giving.
Yeah.
And this is all in form, but even symbolically, it goes through to the whole body, every part and every piece and every little part of the body, even the parts that need healing, you know.
Yeah.
And if it's one heart, we can even see it as that when we join.
Yeah.
It's very healing.
Yeah. We share that, I think, yes.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling to, yeah.
Yeah. Because sickness is separation. It's shutting off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I try to hide, but I think this trying to hide is also, it came before illness. It's a kind of result of trying to hide and to not open up, and yeah, and to do, and something else came in my mind was I don't want to do my own thing anymore. I don't want to do my little own thing anymore. So
Yeah.
I think there's something much greater thing to do.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we feel that. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
If it's get only for a moment, a little glimpse, a little release, a little ray, a little, yeah. feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, we hope to see you here soon.
Yeah, I hope to see you all soon. Yes. It depends a little on the coming days now again. And yes. But I look forward really that it will work. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Christian.
Beautiful.
Laurie?
Morning. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, my heart's beating a little bit just because the group's, yeah, it's the same sort of feeling. The group's bigger and new people and yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more open listening to everyone's shares, but I'm not peaceful. So I think my intention for sharing was just to put some things on the altar and share a prayer. But I'm just noticing as well, as I unmuted myself, it feels like I'm comparing it to yesterday where it felt quite chaotic. But right now it's this feeling like, there's outward, it's almost like a fake outward calm. But inside, yeah, it's all, yeah, it's just something around like this in itself being a coping mechanism. Try and create an exterior calm, but inside it's quite shaky.
I just want to ask if you want to come over, because we can come over because we will continue joining here. So.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking of coming tonight as well for the movie gathering. But yeah, I can come over. Yeah, should I just share then, or when I come?
Yeah, maybe that's what you feel.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll come over soon.
Okay, yeah. Or if you rather share now, you can decide, Laurie.
I think I just wanted to raise up this fear of communication again. Yeah, it's like I really want what everyone's been talking about, just to be able to, raise up grievances and let the emotions up. And there's this fear, like when I try and do that, it creates more chaos. That's how it feels. And then I want to go to blaming the environment, blaming people. There was something that was said just this morning. I can't remember who said it, but it made me think there is some awareness that I'm already choosing. I'm already choosing an enemy. I'm making an enemy of everything before.
Yeah, that's good to see, because it's not real about what you say. It's about the energy that's there before. Yeah.
And definitely a decision that I can't rely on anyone. I feel like I want to put that on the altar and say, like, show me the conditions around this fear, because I can't rely on anyone apart from myself.
well, show me the conditions of the fear. You know, it's shown in the external. Like when fear is projected, you see it outside. That's the condition. So that's when you feel disconnected from people, and you feel they react to what you say, and that is your fear. So the key is to sit with it. We talked about it with Matthew, sit with it for a bit. Pray, and then see what you can come from a place of even wishing forgiveness. You don't have to be completely there in a peaceful state, but even just the intention, this situation can be used for my peace of mind. This situation can be used for healing. This situation can be used for forgiveness. If you enter the situation with that intention, instead of, I'm afraid and I'm gonna have to deal with those people, I'm gonna have to speak something that they will react to now, it's gonna be difficult, you know, that's a whole other mindset. And then when you come with the intention of peace of mind, also you don't have to look at, the spirit doesn't look to the results or you just stick with spirit inside, basically. Don't look to form, even if there is, you know, some fear in the reaction, because you are in a transition, you are in a changing time, you know, seemingly. So that could be that there are fluctuations, you know, but when you come from the intention, that's all you need.
Mm. Yeah, and that was kind of my prayer. Like, I'd like to be able to tap into the peace regardless of, because I have this feeling like, oh, I need to go and like resolve that and then rejoin with that person, and I need to do all of these things before. But yeah, what you said about I don't need to be totally peaceful, but if the wish, the intent is there.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're just releasing your own guilt, your own fear.
Yeah. Thank you.
I see Anne, and your hand next.
Vanessa?
No, Vanessa's pointing at Anne.
Pointing it out.
Apparently my hand blends into my shirt, so you couldn't see. Yeah. I was sort of in wrong mind this morning, and I could see it, and just how quickly it could change was beautiful. It's really the miracle. And I did get help, you know, like from my brothers. They didn't know it, but it just, yeah, somehow happened, a little spontaneous hug and things like that. But where I can see the fear now is in the extension of this love that's starting to come through me. And there's some fear with that, and there's a line somewhere in the course where it's easier to hate than to love, and it's like, oh, that's how it's feeling just at the moment. It's there, but yeah, how to even speak about how it's, yeah, how beautiful it feels. You know, I still have those contrasting experiences, and yeah, and I don't want that, and I clearly don't want it, because I can change it, you know, with spirit. and what to do with it. So that's what I want to really place on the altar, you know, to feel, you know, I've been practicing here, you know, what feels guided, and sometimes when I miss it, that's great because I can see, oh, that's where I could have stopped. Or I get, like yesterday, Matthew said to me, well, just stop. You don't need to push through. And it's like, I wanted to, something inside of me wanted to reject that. And it's like, what if I just stay with that? And now I can move forward. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great example of how it works. Because the anger is actually desired when it's there, and you don't want to stop. You want to project it onto the
Yeah.
The broom or whatever you were doing. But yeah, the healing is to stop and watch it move through, and then and you can lovingly carry on, enjoy with whatever the next prompt is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing that desire to extend love more and more, and seeing the fear of it and the maybe attraction to the opposite. Just want to say hi to you, Jan. It's nice to see you again.
Hi. Yeah, it's lovely to see you. So I'm just enjoying this, and I recognize thoughts, and and I love this thought about stream one heart. It's really powerful, and it's lovely to see you have extended the the crowd out there. I don't know much about it. You're all together in Málaga, or
Yeah. We're outside Málaga in the big yellow house right now. So, they're just you can almost see them. They're down in the sunroom, we call. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Some are staying for quite a long time. Some live with us. Some have come for like a month and a half, more or less. And yeah, it's very beautiful. Like you've really just been guided to be present, be available, and then Spirit has guided each step here of this. Barret and I had no intention of starting a community. We didn't know what we were going to be led into. This is happening. And it's not only this group here, it's Laurie and Gareth and Peter and Solveig. They live very near. They are also part of the community. So
Yeah, more to come.
More community, more retreats to come too. Yeah. And Málaga seems to be where Spirit wants us to be at the moment. So.
Yeah, the big yellow house that we're in is called Villa El Tesorillo, which translates to House of the Little Treasure. Treasure that we're all in.
Not so lucky.
It is a treasure. Treasure of so much healing has already occurred here, although we haven't even lived here for a month yet. Yeah. Yeah. So anyone who wants to come and be healed and undone, not by us, but by the joining, by the healing, joining and the spirit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Muna was so sweet. She felt called to come. She had, can I share, Muna?
Yes, of course. Yes, yes.
She felt very clearly guided to come here in August, and she was dealing with cancer, and the doctor said, well, you can do some chemotherapy and some the other treatment too in September. But she said, no, I'm going to go and look at my mind instead. So she actually chose to come. Yeah, so that was profound after surgery and different things. And today we taking her to the airport to go back. But I feel she's quite transformed and yeah, so connected now to us. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I would say, Muna, you actually look like a different person than when you came in August. So much more open-hearted and connected and present.
I feel it too.
I loved our dance party last night. Yeah, so if anyone is drawn to come, just be in touch, because we can come for a stay or for a retreat. Yeah, different things coming up. Does anyone have anything more you want to express before we finish? Julie?
Yeah, thanks. Everywhere I'm afraid to do that, I'd like to let that go now. To choose that for myself, like fearlessly. And also everywhere I'm choosing like things of the world, like I'm attributing any value whatsoever to these ideas that there's choices in the world that I can make between this and between that. And this might be better than that or something like that. I need to let that go. I relate to everything that everyone shared, and thank you for that. And because I can be very reactive around people who are angry in particular, and then I kind of punish them for being angry, and I realize I do that to myself. And I noticed yesterday that my son, for example, was not reacting where I was to his dad, to his father. I was getting, because the father seemed angry, I got angry, but then my son didn't. And later on, I said to him, how are you doing that? I don't understand how are you not reacting? And he just said, it's because I'm a pro. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, like that's what I would like to choose, that pro thing. Like I need to become pro so that I don't have that behavior anymore. Like I really want to be free of it. Like So even if someone's been really angry, and I seem to attract people like that sometimes, I don't have to react to them. Like I just have to know it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Because that's what God, that's how my idea of God is. Like, if we're angry, God doesn't punish us, you know, just the response is love, or the response is to be a pro. Yeah. So I think that's it.
I feel like we could make a t-shirt out of that. Be a pro like Jesus.
Yeah. 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 Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Julie.
Pro at releasing reactivity. Yeah.
I just forgot one thing. Can I say one thing extra? That was it. There's something about when I get upset, like emotionally upset, like Matthew was saying, I kind of abandon myself. So yeah, that thing of wanting to just leave. I do that behavior. So, and I can get annoyed if someone doesn't give me comfort when I'm upset. This comes from childhood, of course. So, yeah, like, how can I help myself is my question when I get into that state of upset. How can I comfort myself instead of abandon myself? That's kind of where I need help. Yeah, I'd like to stop doing that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, just to know spirit is available. I think when you're upset, you feel separated and alone, and you have already run away.
Yeah.
But to really believe that spirit is available.
Well, that comes down to trust, like Laurie was saying, like, can I trust another person, or will I just go separate myself and try to deal with it by myself?
Yeah, the joining with mighty companions, healing companions, is certainly very, very helpful and powerful. It is, like I quoted earlier, it restores the universe to both of you.
Yeah,
and you join with, and yeah.
And it is about being willing to communicate and like use my voice. And I know that I feel like my throat is kind of blocked because I'm not doing that. I'm not, I want to be expressing more, communicating more fearlessly, and also singing, because I sing. And yet, you know, lots of people ask me to perform, and usually I don't do it. Actually, I did do it last week on one occasion, and I kind of made a fool of myself because I didn't remember all the lyrics, but it was okay. Like, I sang a song in the pub and you know, halfway through I couldn't continue because I forgot the lyrics, but it was just, everybody laughed, you know, and it was okay. It was fine. So I'm taking steps to yeah, just to be fully me or something.
Yeah, and sometimes it's about clearing away what is not serving. Like you wrote to me the other day, I have to finish the relationship now. I have to break up, and sometimes that is, you know, the step that you take to clear the mind, you know, to the next step.
And the reason, yeah, and that is to do with thinking that my security lies in that relationship, you know, or any relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dependency, we need to look at that and let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also an idea that I think comes from, well, conditioned mind, that I'll be safe if I'm, with a man or in a relationship, or with even my father, like my parents or whatever it is, because I know that's not true. Yeah.
We talked a bit about it here in the retreat. Like, you think you might never be touched again. Someone had that fear if they would move on from the relationship. What if I will never be touched again? And that thought was very fearful. Like, I will lose something. I will not have affection. But I know for sure Spirit is, he says in the Course, your needs will be met, and it will be continue to be met for as long as you have need, and unless they something is slowing you down on the journey, it will be given to you, but he will not let you use it. When you give your mind over, you cannot use anything on behalf of lingering in time. We're not here to linger in time. Once you start to take steps, you see you can't, you don't want to, And in the beginning, it's quite fearful, but it's so much beauty on the other side of the steps.
Yeah, like I'd like to stop lingering, because I can see where I'm lingering, attachment to ideas that I'm still a mother. It's just silly.
It's the beliefs and conditioning, roles. But when we follow the guidance, there is a step-by-step way of releasing it. It's not like a cut and all or nothing. It's step by step.
Yeah, there's a lot of fear around that for me, like the idea of loss. Oh, I'm going to lose something here. There's going to be grief or something like that.
And that feeling is already there, so you can start facing it even before you take the step. And it's never as bad as the ego will paint a very dark picture.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it certainly does that.
I have only been happily surprised. I've had huge fears of all the steps I've taken, and after each step was taken, I was always happily surprised. It was quite amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, including a huge transformation of relationships. The relationship with my son is transformed. Not a mother-son relationship anymore.
I feel like I had that before, like that awareness, and then somehow I've gone back into it, because I recognized it before, the freedom around that. So somehow I've gone back to lingering or whatever that is. That's my idea, that I've turned back.
Yeah, Jesus describes that in the Course too. The fear. Sometimes you withdraw, you take some steps and then you retreat back. But it's more healing, and then just carry on as the mind feels ready.
Yeah, being willing to like lose everything, like including my house or anything, really.
Yeah. We watched The Ultimate Gift yesterday, and it's a very powerful movie. And the old man in the movie, he said, I've lost everything 3 times, and it's such a gift. You don't know anything until you've lost everything.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. And we want to know where our real treasure is.
Indeed.
Yeah. Sweet cat.
Yeah, this might be a good place for us to wind down for now. It's been such a sweet time connecting with everyone here today.
Yeah. Beautiful. Enjoy letting your heart beat in the peace of God all day long. And throughout eternity. Yeah. I love you all.
Yeah, love you
Bye.
all. Everyone.